Hey guys, it's Jessie and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another 24-hour readathon vlog. So I've done this video 3 times on my channel in the past, and basically it's just where you try to read as many books as you can in 24 hours. I've done this 2 different ways before. Once where I have like a timer and I stop and start it every time I start and stop reading, and then another time where I just do it for a 24-hour stint and read as much as I can in that time. Today I'm going to be doing it as kind of a mix of both. I'm not going to be religiously stopping my timer every second I'm not reading, but for things like if I'm going to sleep, if I'm having a nap, like if I'm talking to my flatmates for like an extended period of time, I obviously will stop the timer, but it might be like less exact, but overall hoping to do it within maybe like 30 hours rather than 24, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, basically the aim of this challenge for me this time is to finish all the books I've started. So I've been not really in a reading slump, I've just been kind of struggling to get into books recently, and that has left me with being like 3 chapters into a good chunk of books, if not more with other ones. So I'm going to pull up my Goodreads just to show you how many books I'm currently reading. So I don't know if you can see here, if it focuses, these are all the books that I'm currently reading. So we've got quite a lot, so I'm just going to go through in no particular order, and the goal for this is basically just going to be to read as many of these as possible. So firstly we have Less by Andrew Sean Greer. I'm not loving this one too much, but it is pretty short. I'm about halfway through, so this is probably top priority for me because also it is a library book. Then audiobook wise, I've got the book Station 11 on my phone. I'm about 13% of the way through that. I'm 36% of the way through this one, by the way, which I don't think can be right because I look like I'm nearly halfway through, so I'll check that in a second. Then we have How to Kill Your Family, which is this one here. I started this ages ago and I'm 18% of the way through that. Then we've got A Flicker in the Dark. I'm 4% through this, literally only like 2 chapters in. Then we have Unravel Me, which is the next book in the Shatter Me series. Again, literally just that much in. We're 5% of the way through that. I also read a couple of pages of Maybe Someday the other day. That's not on my currently reading page just yet, but that is technically another one. And then I've got 2 books on my phone. We've got Redeemed, which is the 4th book in the Dirty Air series. I'm 28% of the way through that. And then A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy, and I'm 31% of the way through that. So we've got a lot of different books on here, as you can see. Obviously I don't think I'm going to finish all of them, but the goal is just to get through as many as possible. I think I technically started this challenge about an hour or so ago, so I'm currently on 1 hour and 6 seconds as I'm filming this intro, but to start off I will cut back to that just because I like to listen to audiobooks when I get ready, so I thought I might as well start the challenge then. So that's what I've just been reading, Station 11 now. So I will cut back to there and then jump back now to talk about the book I'm going to read now. Okay, obviously hence me not being ready, I am about to start getting ready, but it is bang on 10 o'clock now. I don't know if you can see, well there we go, it's just past 10:01. So I'm gonna press start now, and obviously as always as I get ready I'm gonna listen to my audiobook, and that is gonna start us off. Hopefully we'll get a decent chunk through the first one. So I'm gonna start with Station 11 and yeah, basically just get started. Okay, so after reading my audiobook, as I mentioned, I'm on 1 hour and 6 minutes in, and I'm now 3 hours and 13 minutes into the audiobook. I'm going to put this into my story graph just to see what that is, because that gives me a percentage. So I'm currently exactly 30% of the way through that book, which is good. So we've got an extra like 17% of the way through that, which is always a plus. So now we are 30% through Station 11, and that means besides technically A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime, that's the one we are closest to finishing besides Less. But I don't think I'm 30% of the way. I'm 120 pages into this, so I haven't updated this properly because I didn't think it seemed right when I said I was on 36%, but I'm on 43% of the way through the book. So I'm on page 120 out of 261. So we've got about 140 pages left, so that should only take me about 1.5 hours to read. So I'm gonna basically sit and read this one now, and then I will probably get back to you afterwards. Hopefully I can just read this all in one go. I'm not loving it at the moment, I'm finding it a bit dull. It's hovering around a 2-star for me because like it's not bad, it's just dull. And yeah, then we can move on to something else, something probably a little bit more exciting. But I am actually really enjoying Station 11 at the moment. it's kind of jumping between timelines. It's kind of all over the place, but I am enjoying it. So yeah, I'll pop these ones. Oh, lovely, dropped on the floor. I'm gonna probably go into Unravel Me, I think, afterwards. I'm not too sure, or I'll just see which one I'm like closest to finishing. But yeah, I'm gonna start reading less now. Okay, so I finished less, and it was just very underwhelming. Like, it was just a bit dull. I feel like there was just like some things like overly descriptive over nothing, and I was like skimming parts. It was just a little bit dull to me. It's probably sitting around a 2-star. I mean, I thought the ending was okay, but it just seemed a bit pointless to me. Like, I feel like if I had to describe it anyway, I would just say it was just a bit pointless. Like, I don't know, not a huge fan, so I would probably give that a 2 stars, to be honest. But yeah, that is the first book done, which is always good. So yeah, 2 stars. It's just alright, really. But yeah, some of the reviews are saying there's no story, really, and I do kind of agree with that. I will not be reading the next one. But yeah, anyway, it is now currently 2 o'clock. That took me a little bit longer because I fell asleep. I did pause my timer, so we're now on 2 hours 54. So reading that took me, I believe, about 2 hours or so, which is long for me, but I think that's because it was just dull. But yeah, I did pause my timer when I had a nap, just because I was falling asleep, because it was not gripping me. But yeah, I'm very happy to officially be done with the first book. So yeah, that one's done. I think now I'm gonna have some lunch, and I'll probably listen to some more of my audiobook whilst I do that, and then come back and think about what we're gonna read next. So I'm back from eating. I only got to listen to a tiny bit of my audiobook because all my friends are in the kitchen, so obviously I was talking with them, but I did pause the timer, and now we are back up and running. We are on 3 hours and 4 minutes, so I'm making our way through slowly. I also forgot to add everything onto my currently reading, so I had actually started another book on Kindle Unlimited, like a short novella called Again, and I am 13% of the way through that, but that's really short. And then now I've actually added on Maybe Now on there too, even though I'm literally like 2% of the way through, but now we have like everything on here. So I think I want to go maybe just in order of shortest to longest, I guess. So I'm going to start with Again, which is that little novella, and that shouldn't take me long because it's only got 160 pages altogether. And then I'm not sure what I'll go on to next. Okay, so I'm 88% through Again. I'm not liking it. I just don't really like Jax, like the main guy. It's not giving good vibes, but like I just had to read this one line because for some reason it's cracked me up. It goes, "After our exchange in front of the wooden sculpture, Amina gave me a long, meaningful hug. It was one of those hugs full of meaning." No editor, no thought of maybe like, that makes sense. I don't need to add in that extra bit, I don't know. But anyway, it's just annoying because like, it's like a second chance romance, but I feel like we're 88% through and all they've done is like shag and like barely do anything else. Like, I'd say a solid 40% of this book is them having sex, and it's a short book. I'm gonna carry on. I should probably be done with this in like 10 minutes, but yeah, not loving it. Okay, so I finished Again, and it was really disappointing, I can't lie. I gave it 1 star. I feel like the whole thing was just a miscommunication trope, but like just a no communication trope. It was just so stupid to me. But anyway, at least it was short, and it's another book for my reading goal. But now we are on, I believe, 4 hours and 9 minutes. I accidentally lapped it at one point, so ignore that bit at the bottom. But we are on 4 hours and 9 minutes. It's only 3:45 and it's already like getting really dark outside, which is fun. But now I think I'm going to pick up Maybe Now because I want something kind of easy and quick to read, and I think this will be a good one. Colin Hoover always knows how to kind of get me through a book, so I think I'm going to do this one next, and then I'll see afterwards what the vibe is. But yeah, 2 books down and finished, and we're only 4 hours in, which is good. I mean, obviously I know it was only about 300 pages total, but still. Now we're going to move on to this one, and this is, I believe, 413 pages, so this will probably take me about 4 hours or so. So this will probably take me till dinner, maybe, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'm gonna do this one now. I'm on like page 39, so not too far into it, but I've got a package to collect, which I believe is books, and I'm gonna go collect that now, and then maybe see if I can find an energy drink to buy, maybe to get me through later. But we are almost at the 5 hour mark now, so not going too badly. I mean, not going great, but not too badly. So yeah, I'm gonna listen to my audiobook whilst I go, and yeah, head off and do that now. I've got my parcel. We'll obviously unbox it now because it's books. You will have already seen these in the book haul that went up. I also got myself an energy drink, but I got 2 books. One, I'm annoyed because the cover isn't that nice, but it was the cheapest version available, and these are both second hand. So firstly, we've got Convenience Store Woman, which is by Sayaka Murata. I've heard good things about this. I feel like I'll get through this so quickly. It's super short, and it's like half like big text and like not a lot of text on the page. Anyway, that might be one that I read at some point if I get a bit bored, because I like having a short book. But yeah, that is one that I picked up. And then also this one, which is Leave the World Behind. This is meant to be a bit creepy. So I got 2 short books, but these were like £4 each on World of Books, which is like a secondhand book website. So Convenience Store Woman and Leave the World Behind, both excited about these, and I got them as like a little reward for doing my essay. So yeah, those are 2 new ones that I have with me that you might see me read later. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to choose to do, but yeah, I'm like 37 I think it was % through station 11, if you can see at the top there. And with Maybe Now we are 9% of the way through, so not too far through, but going to give this a read now. Timer wise, I need to remember to update everything. We're on 5 hours 12 minutes, so we are just over a 1/5 of the way through, I believe, if that's right. So a lot left to go, but overall pretty good. I think we started at 11, it's 10 to 5 now, so not too bad. Normally I'll get like 7 hours in and I've only done like 4 hours of reading, so I'm pretty proud of myself. So yeah, going to carry on with this one now. Okay, so I just took like maybe a 20-minute break, so I'm going to be restarting my timer now. We are on 6 hours and 52 minutes, so I think in between when I last spoke to you, I'm now about 40% into Maybe Sunday. I'm on page 171, I believe, out of about 400, so nearly halfway through, and it's definitely picking up for me. I really didn't like Sydney and Ridge in the first book, but I'm liking that it's not just focused on them. We've got some stuff with Maggie, and I'm really liking the kind of drama and that angst in this. It's quite good. So yeah, I do think I will probably sit down and finish this one now. And then I have also read a bit more, or just listened to a bit more of my audiobook. I'm now on 4 hours and 15 minutes of that, which brings us up to 40% through that one, and we're 41% through Maybe Now. So I think the plan will be to sit here, finish Maybe Now. I am kind of tempted to pick up Convenience Store Woman. I can't lie, just because it's so short, but we'll see. After Maybe Now, I think my options are either Convenience Store Woman, start another one obviously of the books that I was meant to be reading this whole video, or do a little bit more audiobook. Now the goal is to just sit down and finish this one. It's about 7:30 now, so I've got about 250 pages left, so that should take me about 2.5 hours. So that should take me to about 10 o'clock, maybe, we'll see. But yeah, gonna sit down and give this a read now. Okay, again, can't remember where I last updated you, but I got a little bit bored, like my eyes were starting to hurt. So I am now on 5 hours 19 of the audiobook, which puts me bang on 40% of the way through, if you guys can see. There we go at the top. And then for Maybe Now, I am 47% of the way through. So as it is, what time is it? It's about 8:44 now. I don't want to have my energy drink at like 1 in the morning, so I thought now would probably be the best time for that. So I'm probably gonna try and drink half of this now, and then continue on with Maybe Now, and then maybe another half of this in like an hour or so, because I don't want to be up till like 6, but I want to try and stay up as long as I can. I'm debating still whether I want to do a full go down round to 10 AM again, or just do it with the timer. So I don't think I'm going to do it fully with the timer. I think the plan is going to be to go until 10 AM and then kind of see where we're at with the timer, and it's just kind of interesting how much of the 24 hours I also spent reading, so that makes sense. But yeah, cheers. Also, just noticed in here there's a little line where Maggie says, I'm reading this book where the characters make lasagna every time they need to talk through something, and I'm like, that is Slam's point of retreat, and this girl, that's the Slam series by Colin Hoover. Like, I see what you're doing, I see what you're doing. I kind of like it when books do that, like they like make little references. Yeah, it's interesting, because it's interesting as well because I swear Tate and Miles from Ugly Love are characters in November 9th, but Will and Laken and Slammed are a book in the Maybe Now series, Maybe Sunday series. Just a fun little fact that I found quite interesting. But we are on page 255 now, so we've got like 100 pages left. I can't do maths. Ish, I guess. But yeah, so not too much left in here. So it's now about 9:20 and we're on 8 hours 20 minutes. So I reckon I'll probably finish this more like in an hour or so. Maybe a bit longer actually, maybe like 11ish. And then I might read Convenience Store Woman really quickly before I start another book, just because it is so short and I will be able to get it done in like an hour and a half, maybe even less. And I quite like the idea of getting another book under my belt, I can't lie. Even though this was meant to be finishing the books that I've started, which was mainly the two on my phone that I haven't read yet, and How to Kill Your Family, which I also haven't read yet. But you know, it's fine, it's fine. We've got so much time left. We're only 8 hours in. We're only 8 hours in, we're fine. But yeah, so I'm gonna carry on reading this one now. So I just finished Maybe Someday and we are now on 9 hours 41 minutes. So I actually think I'd probably give this 3 stars. It got a lot better in the second half, I think, and I actually quite liked it. I love the drama, love the angst, and I actually quite liked the story. It definitely made me like Sydney and Ridge more. I mean, they're still probably one of my least favourite couples, but overall I did prefer this to Maybe Someday, actually, surprisingly. And yeah, I actually thought it was decent. So a 3 star. I mean, I could, I guess, probably drop it down to 2.75, but I don't know, I actually thought it was decent. Like, especially the second half, it wasn't actually too bad. So now I think I just want to go a bit rogue and start Convenience Store Woman. I can't lie, I might just read a little bit of it and then kind of try and crack on with one of the books I'm actually trying to finish. But for a little bit I just want to do something completely new. I know it's so bad, but I probably won't finish it before I start reading something else, like that I've already started, and then I'll come back to it later, maybe as a little bit more of a palate cleanser. But yeah, I just fancy something, I really fancy reading it. Like, I'm quite intrigued by it because I really liked Earthlings by the same author. But yeah, that is the third book, or second book plus a novella, done in this video. And this was basically from the start, I basically read this whole thing. We've got 3 books finished and halfway through the audiobook in like 9 hours or so. So not too bad. Let's get started with Convenience Store Woman. Okay, so the time is now 11:28 and timer wise we are on 10 hours 30 minutes. I got about halfway through Convenience Store Woman. I'm really liking it so far. I do think I want to take a little break from it, but I am really enjoying it. I'm literally already like flying through that. That was super fast for me anyway. And now I'm going to, I think the next book will be Unravel Me, which is the third book, or second book if you're not including the novellas, in the Shatter Me series. I am only on page 14 of this, so I think I'm going to read a little bit more of this, and then if I get bored at all I will go back to Convenience Store Woman and finish that off. So I'll read this for about half an hour and then see which one I would rather read, just because I'm actually really enjoying Convenience Store Woman, but I also love the Shatter Me series. So that is what we're moving on to now. So if all goes to plan, I should only have technically 2 physical books left and 2 on my phone, and then the audiobook, which is a lot. But I mean, we're only like 10 hours in, we're not even nearly like halfway through, but still, I'm feeling a lot less burnt out than I normally do with these challenges. I don't know whether it's because of the energy drink, maybe. I mean, I'm not necessarily enjoying these books significantly more than normal. I mean, this one I'm really liking so far. Like, I think this could be a 5-star read. We are going to be reading a bit of Unravel Me now, and in half an hour I'll catch up with you. I feel like I'm rambling so much. I also feel like this is going to be so much longer than all my other videos. I can't remember when I last spoke to you, but I think I was reading Unravel Me. I'm up to 124 pages in there, and then I decided to take a little break and finish of Convenience Store Woman, just because I could not stop thinking about it, and I love this one so much. This was just like a 5-star read for me. Like, I enjoyed this so much. Like, it's one of my favourite books I've read recently. I must just really like Sayaka Murata's writing, because I liked Earthlings as well. That is going on my little completed books pile, along with Less and Maybe Now, and obviously again on my phone. And then now I think the time is 1:45 in the morning. Timer wise, we are on 12 hours 44 minutes, so we are obviously over halfway through, barely. I'm gonna see how I feel in the morning about carrying this on, but I think for now I am just going to read Unravel Me until I basically want to go to bed, really. I don't think I'll stay up anywhere past like 4 AM or anything, but I'm going to continue on with Unravel Me because I'm obviously about a quarter of the way through ish, maybe a bit less, maybe 20%. And yeah, excited to see where this one goes. Okay, so it is 3:30 now. You can obviously tell I'm very tired and I'm ready for bed, but I am, I believe, 56% of the way through Unravel Me. So I think the plan is going to be I'm just going to go to bed now because I'm like struggling to keep my eyes open and I cannot do another energy drink. So I am just going to go to bed now, please ignore the spot cream, and pause the timer, and then in the morning I'll try and wake up before 10. I'll see like if I want to keep reading much longer, and if not I will just finish this one, or I'll also try and get maybe a bit of the audiobook done, stuff like that. But see where we are with the timer at 10, and then see if I want to do any longer. But I don't think I will do the full 24 hours on the timer, because we are currently on 14 hours and 23 minutes, so I don't want to spend 10 hours reading tomorrow. I am going to stop the timer now, and we are on 14 hours 23 minutes and 50.51 seconds. So I think that's pretty impressive to do, you know, in one go, considering it's only about 3 hours this whole day that I have not read for. I'm gonna go to bed now. I will see you then. Bye. Good morning, guys. It is the next morning, as you can probably tell, and to be fair, surprisingly I actually don't feel burnt out with reading. I feel like I want to keep going for a bit. I don't know whether I'm going to do the full 24 hours timer wise, but I do kind of want to keep going. So it's 9:30 now. I slept for about 6 hours or so, and I'm going to restart the timer now, so we're on 14 hours 23 minutes, and I think I'm going to sit down with a bit more of Unravel Me. I don't know whether I'm going to finish this full thing in one sitting. I probably will now just read this, and then either once I'm a bit bored of it or wanting to do something else, or when I finish it I will listen to the audiobook whilst I get ready. So yeah, feeling surprisingly not tired and motivated to read, which is very bizarre. Okay, so I just finished Unravel Me. Oh my god, that was so good. I would give that a 5 stars. I honestly breezed through that so quickly. I read like 200 pages basically in like an hour, which is extremely fast for me. I do not know why. Got through that very quickly, but it was very, very good. Now I kind of want to read the next Bookmas series. I know it's technically not on my like to-do list for this video, but I've got the next little novella. It's Fracture Me, and I don't think it's all too long, to be honest. So it's literally only 60 pages, so I think I'm gonna read that now just really quick. But yeah, this is like 5 stars, so good. And timer wise, it's 11 o'clock now, and we are on 15 hours 43 minutes, so going decently fast I think. But obviously we still have like 8 hours left, so I won't finish till 7 tonight, so I'm again not sure what I'm going to do yet. But yeah, 5 stars for this one, and it is the 5th book that we finished, and it's decently long as well, so pretty impressed with myself. Okay, so it's now 11:30. Timer wise, we are on 16 hours 11 minutes, and I finished the other novella. So I read Fracture Me, which is obviously the 2nd novella in this series, and the 4th book in the Shatter Me series. So good. I gave it 3 stars. I didn't love it as much as the other ones, but it's because it focused on a character that I don't like, but it was still good and gave a little bit of insight, which we like. So yeah, I think now I'm gonna get ready and listen to some more of my audiobook, and then we'll see what I want to read after that. But yeah, surprisingly still motivated with this challenge, and I can't tell why. Okay, so obviously it is a little bit late now. I'm all ready. It's about 1:10 timer wise. We are just coming up to the 18-hour mark, and I am much further through my audiobook now. I'm now on 8 hours 54, so I've only got like an hour and a half left of that, which I think I could get through in like an hour or so, so I'll probably do that later. Now I think I'm going to read a bit of How to Kill Your Family. I don't know whether I'm going to read this whole thing because it wasn't really gripping me when I read it the initial time, but I want to read this for a little bit, and then I think that I might take a little bit of a break, pause the timer. I've got a couple bits of stuff that I need to do, like uni work and filming a couple of YouTube videos. Obviously, as I said, I'll pause the timer for that and then come back to it and finish it today. I think I might try and do the full 24 hours. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see, because I don't want to bring this into tomorrow, and I do want to get the work done that I need to do today unrelated to this. But yeah, so we're currently on the 18-hour mark, so 6 hours left, and now I'm just going to continue on with How to Kill Your Family, because we are like this much through, and that's where I left it like a couple of months ago, to be honest. So yeah, going to read that. Okay, so I'm now 27% of the way through How to Kill Your Family. Don't know if you can see, we're about that much through it, and I am going to take a little bit of a break now. I think I'm getting a little bit tired, so I think I'm going to do the filming stuff I've got to do, maybe a little bit of uni work, and have a little nap. Can't lie, because I'm quite tired. But yeah, I'm going to pause the timer. It's now 1:45 and we are on 18 hours and 32 minutes. So I've paused that there now, and we can pick up again in a little bit. I'll probably pick back up with the audiobook because that's the one I'm closest to finishing. Okay, so it's a little bit later now. I did have a nap, I did some uni work, and now I'm going to restart the timer. So we're on 18 hours and 30 minutes. That means we have 5.5 hours left, and if it's 4 o'clock now, I'll still finish in a reasonable time tonight, fingers crossed. I will take another small break later to, I think, film a video. We'll see, because normally I like to film it with natural light. Obviously, I don't know if you can tell, natural light is going, it's starting to get a bit dark, but I think I can figure something out. But anyway, I am going to read a bit more of How to Kill Your Family. I think I'm going to try and aim to get to the halfway mark and then see if I want to switch anything up at all, read anything else, but if I'm obviously gripped by it, then I won't need to. Okay, so it's much later now. I did take a much bigger break than I thought I would, because I was chatting to my friends in the kitchen for ages, and it's now like 8:30. Last place I got to in How to Kill Your Family was, I believe, page 140, and we're about this much through it. So I'm kind of debating what to do, because it's going a little bit slowly for me. Like, I feel like we're a decent way through. It's just getting a little bit dull. So I think, firstly, I'm going to restart the timer. So we're on 19 hours, 45 minutes. I think I might try and do A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime, just because I didn't enjoy that book when I was reading it, but like I can get through it quickly and skim it a little bit. So either that or Redeemed, but I think more likely that might be my next one. Hey guys, so as you can probably tell, it is another day. It's the next day now, so technically the 3rd day of this challenge. I finally decided I am just going to do it timer wise. I'm going to go to the end of the 24 hours on the timer. You guys will finally be happy to have me confirm that, instead of going back and forth not knowing what I'm actually doing. But yesterday evening I got way busier than I thought I was, and I ended up spending time with friends, so I was like, you know what, I'll just do the timer and continue it on today. So as I was getting ready for the day today, I listened and finished up the Station 11 audiobook, which I actually really liked. I don't know if I ever spoke about it, but it's basically a post-apocalyptic novel told a little bit before the apocalypse, a bit just after, and then a bit about 15-20 years later. It's really, really interesting, and it follows a bunch of different timelines and a bunch of different people, and then you eventually see how kind of they're all a bit interconnected, and I thought it was really good. It was really well done. I think I probably would have got a little bit bored if I read it as a physical book, but it was good to read kind of getting ready and stuff like that. So timer wise, we are now on 21 hours and 31 minutes, so we've only got about 2.5 hours left. I think what I'm going to do in that time is actually finish A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. I am actually getting a bit more into it. I still don't think it will be above a 2-star for me, really. I am on page 326 out of 542, and we are 61% through that now, so obviously I read a little bit more of it yesterday since we last spoke. I don't know if I updated, but I stopped reading How to Kill Your Family pretty quickly, and we're still not even halfway through that one. It's just a little bit slow for me, but eventually I should finish that. So finished Station 11, and now I'm gonna go on to A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. So yeah, we are on 21 hours 32 minutes. Okay, so I've just finished A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. I gave it a 1.75. I didn't love it. I skimmed a lot of it, to be honest. I felt like so much of it was just irrelevant, but overall the ending was a lot better than the start, but like that dragged so much. I'm now on 23 hours and 15 minutes now, so we've got exactly 45 minutes left, and for that last 45 minutes I am going to continue my way through How to Kill Your Family. It's a bit dull, but for 45 minutes I can definitely hack it. I've got 214 pages left, so I definitely won't finish it, but in 45 minutes hopefully I can get maybe 60-70 pages through. I'd normally say a bit over 75, maybe 80, but the words on this page are so small. Yeah, gonna give this a go now for the next 45 minutes and then we'll be done. Where's the stop button? There we go. I lost the stop button. Anyway, we are on 24 hours. Yay! I'm very pleased. As you can see, sorry that wasn't in focus, but like, you know what, it is what it is. You guys can see there's 24 hours. So I will put a little bookmark in my page. I'm 198. So yeah, I am probably gonna just chill the rest of the night, and then I will wrap this up tomorrow and give like my full thoughts on all the books and all that stuff. Okay, so it is a couple of days later now, and I'm just getting around to filming the outro for this video, but overall I think I did very well. This is definitely the best that I've ever done at attempting this challenge. I feel like a lot of other times I've just gotten really burnt out and like bored halfway through, but this has not happened to me at all. I'm still kind of like not in a reading slump or anything, so really pleased with the way this went. Obviously I didn't do the full 24 hours, and I did go ever so slightly over the kind of 2 days I was planning on doing this video for, but overall I am very pleased. I just got a little bit busier than I expected to, which is a little bit annoying, but still had a good time. So just to recap the books I got through, firstly the one I didn't finish was How to Kill Your Family. I am now this much through the book. I don't know how much you can see kind of from my markings, but I'm on page 198, so just over halfway through I believe, and I will hopefully read that at some point this month, if not next month, just because I do want to get through it. It's not bad enough that I want to DNF it, but it's just like not something that's really gripping my attention. But otherwise we finished A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime, which was better than I expected. I still don't really like it. I skimmed a decent amount of it because a lot of it had like just unnecessary descriptions, but I'm glad I finished that one. That was actually quite a long one on my phone, so I'm glad I got through that. And then physical books wise, I should also probably go through what I rated each of the books. So this won't be in quite the correct order, but we had Less, which is here, which was the, I believe, first book that I read. I don't know why, I can't remember, but I gave this one 2 stars. I wasn't a huge fan of this. It was a little bit dull for me personally, but I am glad that I got it done. Then we read Again on my phone, which I gave 1 star. I didn't like that at all. Then we have Maybe Now, which pleasantly surprised me, and I gave this one a 3 stars. Then we have Convenience Store Woman, which I absolutely adored. I gave this a full 5 stars. Then we have Unravel Me, the next Shatter Me book, and I gave this one 5 stars as well. Then we had the second novella in this little bind up, which was Fracture Me, and I gave this one 3 stars. Then Station 11, the audiobook, I gave 3.5 stars to, and A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime, I gave 1.75 stars. So overall, a pretty good read. I think we got through, I mean, obviously I'd started some of these books already, but I managed to finish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books and 2 novellas. So overall I am very, very pleased with it, and these books are now going onto my read pile, which is nice because it means I get a chunk of books off of my TBR and quite a few off of my electronic Kindle one too. So overall I am very, very pleased, and I definitely will be doing this challenge again. I think I'm just going to get better and better, fingers crossed, as I do more of them. But yeah, I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like down below, hit subscribe, turn the bell to join a little club, make sure to turn on all notifications, then you'll be notified every single time I post a new video. If you want to watch my other videos, there'll be 2 on the screen now to pick from, as well as a load linked up in the cards from earlier. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!